Hi everyone and welcome back. In this video, we're going to learn how to add dependencies to our application and start creating our project structure. So let's take a look at what kind of libraries we have here. We use Heels and then navigation, WebRTC, JSON, WebSocket. So after adding these dependencies, also the plugins and libraries here, we press sync and our project is ready to use. And the next step is to create the packages for our application. I'll start with my first package with the name of DI for dependency injection. The next one is remote package, and the next one is UI package, which actually exists, utils, and the last one is WebRTC package. So let's create a class for my dependency injection. I'll call it app module since we do not have such a big module. I'll annotate it as module and then install it as a singleton component class. So let's start with providing the JSON. It's actually going to return JSON and it's going to be equal to just a new JSON. So let's go to the util and create the application class. I'll call it my application. It's going to extend from application class, and I'll annotate it as Heels Android app. And then inside the manifest, I'll get the name of it to my application. So before I forget, let's add the permissions that we need here. Up here, we are going to use the camera, record audio, Wi-Fi states, and the internet. Actually, this internet permission is not the internet that you are going to use. It's just simple permission that some of the libraries should be able to work with it, like the WebSockets. We are not going to use the internet at all. Do not worry about it. So let's go back to our structure. So the main goal of this video is to create such a preview and start our navigation to moving as a host or moving as a client. Let's copy and paste the codes here. So the first thing is to create our navigation. I'll create a new package named navigation and add my navigation file here. I'll call it main navigation. So it's a composable. I'll name it main navigation. We're not going to need the modifier here. So let's get access to nav controller by creating an instance of it. Member nav controller. So first we are going to have a nav host, pass a nav controller to it. And for the start destination, we are going to pass the main screen, which I'll create a variable in a second. So let's create a constant object inside my util package. It's going to be an object. Let's call it constants. So for the main screen, I'll create a const val and name it main screen. The value is going to be main screen, camel case, like that. And the host screen is going to be like this. But for the client screen, we are going to have a function which will get the server address of type string, and it's going to be equal to client screen slash server address. Using this function, we'll get the access of server address whenever we call it inside our navigation. You will see how it goes. So let's go back to our main navigation. Let's actually close other tabs. Let's import this one. Down below, I'm going to actually introduce my screens here. So my main screen is going to be a main screen, which I'll create in a second. So let's actually create a package and name it screen. Let's start with main screen. It's a composable and we are going to name it main screen. And it's going to get a nav controller as the input. So for now, this one is good enough. Let's import this one here. And also we want to do same for the host screen. Let's rename it to host screen. And same for the client screen. It's marked as composable. It's a function. And our client screen is going to have nav controller and also the server address type string. So inside my main navigation, I'm going to have other composables. The host screen is going to return host screen with the nav controller as input. And the next one, which is the last one, we're going to add a route to it. So it's going to be like this: client screen slash server address, just like that. And for the arguments, we are going to pass a list of nav arguments and give the name of server address, and the type is going to be nav type dot string type. So it's going to return the client screen. The nav controller is going to be this one, and the address is going to be it. Looks like I forgot a bracket here. So server address is going to be its dot arguments and get string with the key of server address. So to make sure these are all the same, let's copy and paste again. So it says we found a nullable string. Let's go back to our client screen and make this one nullable. Okay, the error is gone now. So here is our main navigation. Let's go to our main activity. Remove this one and remove this one, and also these two composable. Also, let's remove this and add the surface with these modifiers. So let's add main navigation right here. So our main navigation is ready to use. Now let's go to our main screen and copy and paste of the main UI to it. I'll simply just copy and paste everything. So we are missing some imports, and we have to add this logo here. It's actually add every drawable. Okay, so we are good to go. Let's see what happens inside our main activity. As you can see, whenever this main screen is being launched, we will use a launched effect block and get the permission of record audio and camera using our permission launcher, and then we will have our screen ready to use. So like this. Okay, so let's run our application and test if it's working correctly, and then we move to the logics of our WebSocket server and WebSocket clients. Let's see if that one is working. Okay, we can see here is our permission request. We'll press allow and allow. You see everything is working. Let's press the host. We move to the host. Let's go back and go as the client. We have validation. We have always to type something in it. So let's type something, and yeah, we move to the client screen. So right now that's enough for this video. Let's create our WebSocket server for our host clients and other stuff that is necessary to start a connection between clients and the host. So till the next video, see you everyone.